Hey all, Mark Audie here, and welcome to Celebrity Clearings. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I am a channel and that I work with spirit to clear the subconscious blocks that it can impact people's behavior and the results they create. And in this particular video series, what we're doing is we're doing that for celebrities and public figures. And with that being said, today's lucky contestant is consults list Will Smith, the man himself. We did clearings for Lady Gaga, Bill Cosby, Taylor Swift, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson. That's latest five. My brain's already gone because I've already set myself up in a channeling state. So that group we did last week. So Will Smith is next. All right. So let me switch to my top-down camera so you can see my dowsing chart. And first things first, we're just going to confirm I'm still in a channeling state. All right. So still ego 3% or less. Yes. High self or spirit? Spirit, definitely. Spiritual committees assigned and upgraded. And agreement and harmony, yes. Okay, all souls agree to the following line of questioning. All souls approve, yes. Highest good to proceed, yes. Any interference? No. Fantastic. And shields around us all, if I didn't ask, yes. And highest good, yes. Anything else blocking? Nope. We're good. I've only done that check a million times, but today it's like I don't even know what I'm doing. All right, so that just means I'm totally in a channeling state, which is hilarious. So let's do it. Will Smith, this is for you. All right, so first digit is seven. What's the next digit? Next digit is a seven. So 77 is the first number. It is something other than 77. No, it is not. What is 77? Justification. Huh. Not sure what that means, but it is a program. What life did it come in? Past life. On the outer scale, how many lives ago? Well over 10. Using the inner scale, how many lives ago? Oof, about 85. About 85 lives ago, something related to justification came in. He was victimized and took on a subconscious block. Yes, yes, yes. Do we need to know anything more? No, we do not. Spirit, please clear. Whew, that's been with him a while. Justification. Not exactly sure what that would have looked like in terms of how he was impacted all those lifetimes ago, but he's been carrying it for a while until now. Spirit says, "You're welcome." That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, the next digit is a nine. Next digit is an eight. So 98's the next number. Yes. Something other than 98. Nope. And as you recall, I've said this a million times. Well, I often ask a question and off ask the opposite question to see the dowsing pendulum movements be opposite to confirm that no interference has come in. 98 is rejection. What is that going to be for? It's program, what life, past life. Past life program of rejection. Using the outer dial, how many lifetimes ago? Well over 10. Using the inner dial, how many lifetimes ago? About 15. So about 15 lifetimes ago, something happened related to rejection. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do we need to know more? No, we do not. Spirit, please clear. I don't know why this is coming to me, but it just came to me. For parents who are watching this and you're wondering what from me, the parent, gets inherited and taken on by the offspring. The answer is a whole heck of a lot. And for some reason, this issue, um, I saw Will and I saw his son, um, Jaden, I think, uh, taking this on. So there's some sort of the dynamic there about this block being passed on from Will to Jaden. Let's find out how much of that 50%. Okay, is that because we cleared the other 50%? Yeah. Okay. So we caught it, but not soon enough to prevent some of it from being passed on to the next generation. But we could clear Jaden's as well at some point. So next digit is nine. What's the next digit? Next digit is 3. So 93 is the number. Yes. Something other than 93? Hard no, definitely not. What is 93? Perseverance. All right. Well, Will's got that in spades. Energy or program? Program for perseverance. What life? Past life. Past life program or perseverance impacting him? Yes. Do we need to know more? Nope. Spirit, please clear. Now, if you've been following these video series for a while, I might have mentioned at some point in time that patterns can oscillate from life to life. So, in this particular situation, I'm getting the implication that in this life, he exhibits perseverance, tenacity, drive that is uncommon in its depth and breadth and strength. I mean, his success has been built on a work ethic that is second to none. Let's just put it that way. And I'm getting that the reason for that, the reason his drive is so high in this lifetime is having to do with some sort of issue with perseverance in past lifetimes. And so the pendulum, so to speak, has swung for him. Past lifetimes, some sort of issue with perseverance. I'm getting sloth. Don't know what that looks like. I'm seeing a vision of him in a prison cell, young man dressed in tatters. Anyway, so some sort of issue, past life. And in this life, his pendulum has swung the opposite way, and he's become the driven man that he is, maybe to, I don't know, prove to himself that he's overcome whatever that victimization was all those lifetimes ago. There we go. All right, I think that was the second one. What's the next one? It's 0 to 10. What's the next digit? It is a 1. Final digit is 1? Yes. Something other than 1? Nope. What is 1? Abandonment. Almost everybody has this to I was going to say to a lesser or greater degree, but usually no one has it to a lesser degree. We all have lived through many generations where abandonment was a core theme. It's one of the core ways I've noticed in clients where they build strength. So you experience a challenge and you build strength and resiliency because of that challenge. We're not in a masochistic world where we just get suffering for no reason. That's silly. So these bad things that happen, they're typically to build something positive out of it. And abandonment usually leads to strength in some way, shape, or form. Self core strength, stepping up into one's power, all those things. And so let's just check. Okay, it's a program. What lifetime? Past lifetime. How many past lifetimes ago did that come in? Well over 10. Using the inner dial, how many past lives? About 50. 50 past lives? Yes. Do we need to know more? No. And was the interpretation correct? He was victimized some way, shape, or form? Yes, via abandonment. And so he's driven this lifetime, also stepping on his own power, own autonomy, own agency, own. Yeah, okay, there we go. So yeah, that was all connected. Do we need to know more? Nope. Spirit, please clear, and that will be gone. That particular instance. There may be other instances of abandonment. In fact, man, if I was a betting person, I'd say that's the safest money in the world, is that everyone has a ton of abandonment issues. Uh, because we're human, right? Because we choose them to build the strength and the character that comes out of that. So, I don't know where I was going with that, but if I was a betting man, I'd say there's probably other instances of abandonment that we all have. So, Will, this one's on the house. Boom. Okay, I think that's at least 3 items. Let's do at least two more. 9 is the next digit. What's the next digit? 7. 97 is the number. Is it something other than 97? It is not. What is 97? Recognition. Here's another pendulum has swung the other way. Recognition typically means people were victimized in a past life due to lack of recognition. So not feeling seen, not feeling heard, feeling or being invisible. Correct interpretation? Correct. Okay. And energy of program was a program. What life? Past life. And how many lifetimes ago? Over 10. Using the inner dial now. How many? 60. So approximately 60 lifetimes ago, there's this recognition thing happen that not feeling seen, not feeling heard. How much is that contributing to this lifetime? 100%. So that's driving his massive worldwide recognition. No one has swung the pendulum harder the other way to become recognized than Will Smith. That's just awesome. Do we need to know anything more? No. Spirit, please clear. So uh, if it's not becoming obvious, if it's not becoming clear, a point I'd like to share at this point that is, point I'd like to share at this point is, that's way too many points in one sentence, is that the behaviors we exhibit in our lives are not just random. We choose them pre-incarnation to support the experiences we want to have during the incarnation. And then we get those experiences to manifest via programs and energies that we bring in from past lives. And the best way to see this connection, one of the best ways, there's two different books. One's called The Attractor Factor by Joe Vitale. The other one is called Power versus Force by David Hawkins. Stunning, profound, seminal work. Uh, it has such far-reaching implications. It just blew my hair off. As you can see, it was effective. Um, so if you want to check out this talk on, oh, we all have vibration levels, and we calibrated a certain level on this consciousness scale. That's where that stuff came from, especially David Hawkins' work. So next digit is a nine. What's the next digit? Next digit is a nine. 99? Yes. Something other than 99. Nope. 99 is relationships. And energy program, definitely program what life, past life program. How long ago? How many lifetimes? Nine lifetimes ago, some sort of victimization via relationships, correct? Yes. Do we need to know more? No, we do not need to know more. Spirit, please clear. One can hope in a moment like this, forget about hope. The point of clearing something in a moment like this, or any other moment when we're doing subconscious clearing, is to help dissipate, neutralize, evaporate the hold that subconscious programs and energy have on our current life and our current behaviors, current experience. Uh, it's like being in a hot air balloon. All our best thinking and all our best efforts is like the hot air we put into the balloon. And typically we would do that in an effort to rise up into the air. But for us to be able to do that, we need to also cast off or cut the anchor lines that are holding that hot air balloon to the ground. Well, these subconscious blocks are like hot air balloon anchor lines holding us down, keeping us stuck in patterns, keeping us stuck in cycles of not manifesting what we want, and instead manifesting things that are far less desirable and disempowering. So, um, this is sort of a spiritual clearing, energetic clearing, whatever you want to call it. It works at the subconscious level to dissipate those patterns, allow them to shift so that your conscious level efforts and thinking can have a bigger impact. You can gain more momentum towards whatever goal you want: love, health, wealth, weight loss, familial relationships, peace, mental focus. Okay, first next digit was six, and the next digit was five. So 65, the next number, it is something other than 65. Nope. 65 is hate of self. All right, so energy or program. Program, what life? Past life program of hate of self. Okay, how many lifetimes using the outer dial? Over 10. Using the inner dial. Over 100. Using the outer dial, using in thousands. About 3,500 lifetimes ago, hate of self crept in. Ouch. Well, that can keep someone being pretty driven. Do we need to know anything else? No. Spirit, please clear. And when I say it can keep someone driven, what I mean by that is if you hate yourself, that means there's a great big hole in your heart of where self-love should be. And people often try and fill that hole with other things, coping mechanisms, food, substances, behaviors, and being hyper-driven is one such way to try and find love and validation from external sources that one does not have internally. So, some of these really hit the nail on the head for Will in terms of what has fostered and kept him in a state and a cycle and a pattern of high driven activity. Okay, so any more to do? No, I think that was five. Let's do one more anyway, just to make sure. Nine is the next one that would be there, and oh, zero. Okay, so it's 90. Yes. Was it 91? Nope. Just didn't have a whole lot of energy to get to that last one. 90 is negativity. Okay, so this does not mean that Will is negative. This is not what is stating. It's implying he was victimized, typically in a past life, by someone who exhibited negativity. Therefore, he took some sort of block on related to that. And let's confirm. Yes, that is a correct interpretation, and it's a past life program. How many past life? Yes. Okay, past life program of negativity. How many past lives ago? Only five. Five? Correct. Not 50, right? No, five. Good. Past life program. Do we need to know anything else? Nope. Spirit, please clear. So once again, if someone was victimized in a certain way in a past lifetime, they might exhibit that pattern in this lifetime or the opposite. So someone who's hyper positive, that kind of behavior might exhibit and be the result of being victimized by negativity in a past life. I'm not a therapist. This is not therapy. I'm not giving advice. This is just the patterns that I see all the time in client sessions, group programs, all the time. Where can we read more about this? If I'm not mistaken, it might be Colin Tipping in the book Radical Forgiveness, where he talks about why you would experience these kinds of things, why you would choose to experience these kinds of things, and how one lifetime to the next you can switch roles, switch behaviors, um, all driven by basically subconscious baggage you haven't cleared yet or had cleared for you. So here we go. Boom. All right. Is that it? That's it. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up, do some putting in some backstops to make sure everything that we've cleared stays cleared. But if you want to check me in any other events or connect with me in any other events outside of these video series, just follow the link in my bio. It brings you to my link tree, and you can see where I'm speaking and how to connect in there, register for those events. So, cleanup crew, I'd like to have you clean up any further items, any new layers the soul will allow today. Thank you. Boom. Spirit, I'd like to ask you to install backstops, alarm clocks, and kicking wheels. Please install backstops to prevent any and all backsliding. Please install alarm clocks to monitor every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year, as long as it's needed, whenever it's needed, as many times needed, such that the moment it senses anything that we've cleared to this moment being reactivated or retriggered via whatever means and for whatever reasons, that a kicking wheel would automatically kick off a new and immediate and automatic re-clearing of said item such that everything we've cleared to this moment stays cleared permanently across all time, across all dimensions. In your name, Lord. Amen. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for the path. Thank you for the heavy lifting. Thank you for everything. Boom, boom, boom. Anything more to do? Nope. There you are, folks. Today we did a little bit of a clearing on Will Smith. If you have any other public figures or celebrities you would like me to clear, feel free to suggest it to me via DM. I'll put it on the list, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.